Rams fans, welcome into a brand new episode of the Rams Report by Chat Sports, and today we have some breaking news to discuss. According to the New York Post, Puka Nacua has been checked into a luxury treatment facility, otherwise described as a rehab center in Malibu, California, over the last couple of weeks. And this is not just speculation on the New York Post's part. It was also confirmed in a statement to them by Puka's lawyer, Levi McCathern. The Post described the facility in their statement as one that specializes in treatment of a number of different types of addictions, a number of different types of, you might say, disorders, chronic pain, and mental health conditions. So we do not know, and I am not going to speculate on why exactly Puka Nacua has checked himself into this luxury rehab center or luxury treatment facility. But we do know that it did happen. His lawyer confirmed that. His lawyer also added that he has been there for several weeks. So this is not a new development. And that also means that he is coming and going from the facility because we know he's been documented out in other places. We have seen photos of him at youth football camps. We've seen him training with Cooper Kupp. So he's not there 100% of the time. There are different types of rehab facilities. There are facilities where you are required to stay throughout the duration of your check-in. You cannot leave the grounds of the facility. There are facilities that allow patients to come and go at their own leisure. I believe that he is likely in a facility like that, or almost certainly he's in a facility like that because we have seen him in the last couple of weeks out in public, including posting on his Instagram story today a video of him training. So we know that he isn't just in the facility. We know he's still training. And Levi McCathern, his lawyer, commented on his status today. And before he did, he also added the reason why Puka is checked in. He didn't give us the exact specifics of it, but he did say it is not because of the allegations, and that he was checked in before the allegations and the lawsuit that came out from Madison Abbey and his accuser of the bite situation that we have discussed multiple times on this channel already. If you are unfamiliar with all of that, feel free to check out our past videos around these situations. But Levi added to his statement, following up by saying he has spoken to Nacua recently, saying he's in great spirits. I think he's doing absolutely fabulous. I'm just really excited for how he's going to look next year. For as great as he was, I think he's going to be even better going forward. So positive outlook from his lawyer, but the overall totality of this is not good at this point. I think at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge that having Puka go through these allegations, then finding out that he was so intoxicated he was unconscious during these allegations, that in and of itself is concerning. We know that because it's on video. TMZ posted that video. We discussed that on the channel. That in and of itself is concerning, that Puka Nacua is passed out drunk in this situation, in a public situation with people he doesn't seem to know that well. That's a very dangerous position to put yourself in for any human being. And now we find out that he has checked into a treatment facility. And again, I don't want to speculate too much, but I don't think it's wild speculation to say that there may be more to this that we don't know. That this one situation, even in the words of his lawyer, is not the reason why he's checked in. So are there other things that are going on? Again, we don't know for sure, but it absolutely leaves the door open for that. And that being open alone is an extremely negative thing to have. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the kind of speculation. These are not the kind of conversations that you want to have about your number one receiver, especially when that number one receiver is up for a potentially enormous contract extension. I am 100% confident that the Rams have been aware of this situation for a while. I don't think that he has been in this facility without the Rams' knowledge. I think the Rams are on the same page with him. The Rams are aware. They are committed to supporting Puka Nacua. I think we as Rams fans need to be committed to supporting Puka Nacua. But that doesn't mean we can't acknowledge that this isn't concerning, or that this is concerning, excuse me. It absolutely is. Even put the football aside. Even if Puka Nacua wasn't a football player, if Puka Nacua was just a normal guy, just an average guy, this would still be a very concerning situation. At the end of the day, it may be a mental health situation. It may be an addiction situation. We don't know. But anytime you feel the need to check yourself into a luxury treatment facility, you feel the need to seek professional help like this, I think people that care about you, even though we don't know Puka Nacua personally, even though we are not personally connected to him, as Rams fans, of course, we care deeply about Puka Nacua, and I would hope for all of us that goes beyond just the football player that he is. Of course, he's an unbelievable football player. I think he's the best receiver in our league, but he's also a human being, and that human being seems to be dealing with some real challenges right now. And at the end of the day, I just hope that he can sort them out, because we need him at the end of the day for the football perspective. But I also just want that for him as a human being. I want him to be able to figure these situations out. I hope that this is what he needs at the end of the day, that this is a positive decision for him, even though, of course, it's going to spark concern. It has to spark concern amongst us as Rams fans, just like it would spark concern if someone in your personal life checked themselves into a luxury treatment facility or into rehab. But at the end of the day, you might know, hey, that's actually what's best for that person right now. That's what they need. That's going to be a positive step for them. And I think it's absolutely possible that that's the case for Puka, that this is exactly what he needs. He needs to wipe the slate clean, just get out of the public situations for a minute, refocus, recenter himself, focus on as his lawyer said, improving every aspect of his behavior and every aspect of his life. I think those words kind of sum it up, right? It seems like he's looking for a totalistic change right now in his mindset, totalistic change in his lifestyle, and this might be the exact way he's going to get it. This might be the disconnect he needs from all of the distractions that you have, especially in a city like Los Angeles. Comes with more distractions than your average city in America. This gives him the opportunity to disconnect from that. This gives him the opportunity to get his mind right, to get his mental okay in a facility like this, and then hopefully come back very soon. But as long as he needs in the offseason, I think we have to be supportive of him. I think the Rams are going to continue to be supportive of him. That's been the standby statement from Sean McVay when asked about Puka this week at the owners' meetings, is that we're doing what we can to support him, that he's a young man who's growing up, who's figuring himself out, who's learning what it means to be a high-profile athlete, who's about to come into generational life-changing wealth, and that comes with a lot of responsibility, and that means your decision-making has to be on point at all times, because there's constantly going to be people around you that you can't trust. And I think that's the lesson that Puka has to learn at the end of the day. I think that's hopefully what he can take away as he disconnects from this is like, okay, who's in my circle? Are they the right people? Who am I spending my time with? Are they the best influences for me as a human being? And of course, that's not our decision to make for Puka. He's got to come to those realizations on his own. He's a grown man. He's an independent human being. He's not a Madden character at the end of the day. But I think we as fans can hope for the best. We can wish him the best in this road to recovery, this journey to recovery. Again, without trying to speculate, without trying to get to the bottom of this, because we don't need to get to the bottom of this. All we need to know is that Puka is struggling. That Puka is dealing with something that he feels the need to get help for. And so as fans and as Rams supporters, we got to be Puka supporters right now of him in his personal life. On the Rams Report, we are going to keep you guys up to date on everything around this situation as things have progressed from the beginning to where we stand now. We have kept you guys up to date on every single thing that has happened. These are not fun videos to make at the end of the day. I know you guys can probably tell this is not what I want to talk about, but it's something we have to talk about at the end of the day, because Puka is important to this team, and it's important that he, as a human being, that we appreciate that he is a human being at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say here. He's not just a football player. He's dealing with real life situations, real life mental health situations, real life situations that he needs help for right now. And I think that's worth acknowledging. These are real issues that people deal with on a day-to-day basis. We're going to keep you guys up to date as things progress. So make sure you are subscribed and make sure you stay tuned.